the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. I am not going to take you to the distant past. It is the year of 1914, the sullen year, when superpowers of the world started a horrible and bloody war. There is only bloodshed and bloodshed all around. There is killing at random everywhere. Streets of Europe are littered with blood. There are dead bodies all around. The so-called civilized are up against one another. Man up against man. Wordsworth says, and I quote, "And much it grieved my heart to think what man has made of man." Yes, sir, what man has made of man. The outcome of war is nothing but mass destruction. Economy is given a death blow. Infrastructure is damaged beyond repair. Mental peace is a thing of the past. People become hopeless. There is misery all around. There is poverty and hunger all around. And above all, millions of precious lives are lost. People become hopeless. But alas, Mr. President, alas, even this Holocaust was not enough. Even this Holocaust was not enough. The devils in the form of human beings were not satisfied. They planned and executed something far more horrible. As the 5 years of bloodshed were not enough. As the disaster and destruction it brought was not enough. As the poverty, hunger, starvation and hopelessness it brought was not enough. Honorable Chief Guest, I'll ask you a simple question. Did war settle anything? Did it brought peace and prosperity for the innocent humanity? No, Mr. President, not at all. It only brought disaster and destruction. It didn't settle the matter, but worsened it more further. The after effects were irreparable. It not only destroyed Europe, but rest of the world too. Honorable Sir, only 20 years were passed when world was pushed into another world war. This was our biggest killing of humanity. In this monstrous war, 55 million people perished. Just think about the figure, Mr. President, 55 million. There was an extreme shortage of working class in Europe. It again brought disaster and destruction. There was no even a modicum of positivity associated to it. Whoever is responsible for that must be hanged 1,000 times. Yes, sir, 1,000 times. Turn the pages of history. Wars have always brought disasters and destruction. Even Allah Almighty says in Holy Quran that wars without cause are unwanted. The reason is it humiliates the respected people. Honorable Sir, we are at war with our neighbor India since both of the countries came into existence. Sometimes in the form of skirmishes on the borders, and 2 times in the form of conventional wars. But Mr. President, let me ask a question. That did it war settle the matter? No, Mr. President, not at all. Sage of the age says, and I quote, "War starts and diplomacy fails. Both the countries need to resolve their issues through negotiations and dialogue. Gone are the days of Genghis Khan and Hulagu Khan. It is the time of peace and civilization." Honorable Chief Guest, here I must clarify one thing, that the holy wars during the time of our holy prophet were not meant for money, territory or other gains. They were purely for the cause of spread of Islam. And when the number of casualties is checked, it is very much clear that they never killed at random, like Germans, Romans, Mongols and British did. They were for the settling of things, not to worsen them. Honorable Sir, America, the sole superpower, is at war in Afghanistan for the last 10 years, where the result is zero. It has only killed innocent people, and its war in Iraq is also an example of failure. But Mr. President, there is no success there. War has settled nothing. Wars has settled nothing. It is the great lesson taught by the history that war settles nothing. The ancient Egyptian history tells us, the European, Mongols, British, and of course American history tells us that war settles nothing. War settles nothing. I rest my case here.